walks like an angel walks. She talks like an angel talks, and her hair has a kind of curl. To my mind, she's my kind of girl. She's wise like an angel's wise, with eyes like an angel's eyes, and a smile kind of like a pearl. To my mind, she's my kind of girl.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I hope you can spend some time with your sweetheart this evening.
He's up on stage.
Oh, thank you. Well, good afternoon. My name is Kevin Kohler. I'm the president of the Construction Association of Michigan, and it's my honor and privilege to welcome all of you to CAM's 138th annual meeting. Let's hear it for ourselves. I also want to give a special shout out to and a thanks to our sponsors for the earlier reception, and they include the Michigan Building Trades Council, MUST Management and Unions Serving Together, our friends at the Cement Masons BAC Local 2 and Cement Masons OP CMIA Local 514, Laborers Local 1076 and Laborers Local 1191, the Michigan Regional Council of Carpenters, and the Operating Engineers 324. Let's hear it for all of our sponsors. Thank you guys for all your help and generosity this week. A couple of housekeeping items I'm going to run through real quick. On everybody's table, I think on every seat, we have a little card from Construction Federal Credit Union. This is a credit union that CAM chartered back in the 70s, 74, I believe. We have some fantastic rates for CDs right now. Check this out, a 13-month fixed at 5.35%. And if you flip over to the backside there, it goes all the way down to 3-month CDs, and they're really competitive rates, so take a look at Construction Federal. The other thing that's also important that is on your table, we have a little postcard, and on this card on the left side, it asks a question. It asks a question about health insurance. You can scan the QR code and go right to the survey. And CAM is in the process of, as some of you may know, we used to own our own health insurance company, and we sponsored a health insurance program for many, many years that recently dissolved about 3 or 4 years ago. We're in the process of putting something together. So your input on healthcare and being able to save you money as firms is super important, and we hope you fill out that survey for us. And on the right side of the postcard is a survey for a group that we have now called Young Professionals. And these are people 40 and under in the industry, and they're making a mark, and they are the up-and-comers, the people that will be taking over all of our companies. So we really want to get the Young Professionals group up and going. We have some of their people here. I saw Morgan Panning earlier, and Brian Parvin, and I know Jacob is here, and Patty. So if you're interested to have somebody in that era that's moving up in the company, please get them involved in our Young Professionals program. I think that's just about all the housekeeping items I have. We're going to try to follow the agenda. We're a little behind, but we'll make up. With that, let's cue the annual meeting video. You can see the CAM annual report.
I'm Tricia Ruby, President of Ruby & Associates, a Degenkolb company, and CAM's 2023 Board Chair. Today marks the 138th annual meeting of the Construction Association of Michigan and its 139 years of service to Michigan's construction industry. As we move into 2024, interest rates have started to recede, inflation appears to be in check, and material costs have stabilized. While the fear of a major recession has subsided, challenges persist with labor shortages and geopolitical uncertainties. The AIA forecasts a modest 2% increase in non-residential construction nationally for 2024. Money from the Inflation Reduction Act and the CHIPS Act should continue to push billions of dollars into our industry. According to the new Climate Power Report, Michigan has secured $21.3 billion in clean energy and advanced manufacturing projects already, the third highest nationwide. Let's keep the momentum going and continue to lead the way. Speaking of leading the way, the theme for the 138th CAM annual meeting is Constructing the Future with AI. Artificial intelligence will transform our industry in the next 10 years. The technology will reshape how buildings are designed, built, and maintained. 2024 should be the year it takes hold, and we want Michigan's construction industry to be prepared. Today's keynote speaker, Lindsey Rem, Vice President of Business Transformation at Barton Malow Holdings, will explore how innovation, construction, and transformation converge in the era of AI, reshaping traditional practices and propelling our industry into a new future. You'll hear from Lindsey soon. Under my guidance, with the cooperation of the Board of Directors and the commitment of the CAM staff, we've strived to lead the way, delivering quality programming, advocacy, and support to our diverse membership. I'm proud of CAM's performance this year, as you will see in our 2023 CAM Annual Report. Last year at this time, I made the commitment to embark on a new strategic plan for CAM to ensure our continued relevance within Michigan's construction industry. I'm excited to report that the 2024 through 2026 CAM strategic plan was adopted by the board in September. The plan offers a new mission and restated vision, positioning CAM as the premier industry resource and advocate. 7 strategic goals were defined and the objectives and initiatives were set. The CAM staff has started to execute, and steady progress is being made. In February, CAM, in conjunction with the Home Builders Association of Southeastern Michigan, hosted the Great Lakes Design and Construction Expo. More than 1,400 construction professionals attended the one-day event, featuring 160 exhibit booths displaying a vast array of products and services. The one-day event included 7 free workshops attended by 150 individuals and the annual Economic Forecast Breakfast attended by 175 people, featuring Dr. Daniil Manenkov, U.S. Forecasting Specialist for the University of Michigan. CAM's 137th Annual Meeting and Awards Luncheon was also held at the show. Nearly 500 CAM members enjoyed keynote speaker Jim Bitterly and celebrated the CAM Magazine Project Achievement Award winners, including Project of the Year, the Ford House Visitor Center and Administration Building. CAM Magazine, the voice of the construction industry, is the premier print and digital publication covering industry news and information in Michigan's construction industry. With thousands of print and digital subscribers, CAM Magazine remains the best place to advertise in our industry. The inaugural Workforce Development Conference in March drew over 90 participants and covered topics ranging from employee benefits to workplace culture. In June, CAM and the Home Builders Association of Southeastern Michigan presented the sold-out mid-year economic forecast and State of the Industry breakfast at the Suburban Collection Showplace. Attendees were treated to the antics of the bow-tie economist, internationally acclaimed Dr. Elliot Eisenberg. Since its first publication in 1936, the Construction Buyer's Guide continues to be the most useful directory of contractors and suppliers in Michigan. The CAM mobile app and Buyer's Guide website have made searching easier than ever. Each member company has their own landing page, and we now offer digital ads on the site. Be sure to check it out. In 2023, with the help of CAM member Hive House Digital, we consolidated our email marketing, social media channels, and website into one platform. This new system will offer insights and analytics to support our efforts as we work to grow the membership. Membership growth remains a priority. In 2023, we added 118 new member companies and reinstated membership for 42 canceled members. CAM's membership retention level is 94%, well above the national average of 84%. We have over 5,000 individuals receiving benefits through their company membership. 30% of these individuals are owners, CEO, or president of their firms. For those of you who continue to support the association and the industry, we thank you. Please do us the honor of recommending membership to your subcontractors and suppliers. The CAM newsroom continues to scour public and private sources for commercial construction projects throughout Michigan. In 2023, CAM staff reported on over 5,200 actively bidding projects and more than 400 projects in the concept and design phase. More than 95% of our projects included drawings and specifications. On behalf of the membership, CAM sponsored, volunteered, and exhibited at several industry events, including the Institute of Real Estate Management Trade Show, Construction Career Days, Construction Science Expo, the 4th annual Big Dig of Michigan fundraiser for the American Cancer Society, the Building Connections event benefiting the Boy Scouts of America, the American Heart Association's Hard Hats with Heart fundraiser, the AIA Celebration of Architecture, and Michigan Career Quest. We also continued our involvement and support of the Michigan Construction Hall of Fame at Ferris State University and proudly sponsored the induction of CAM members David Ruby and Doug Maibach into the hall. The Training and Education Center, CAMTech, held 52 classes and hosted 429 students covering topics in construction management, construction law, and health and safety. 140 students received first aid CPR certification, and 50 students completed OSHA 10 or 30. We released 6 new episodes of the popular Building Michigan podcast, including interviews with experts on the economy, business management, and more. We are always looking for new participants and podcast sponsors. Contact us for more information and download the Building Michigan podcast from wherever you get your podcasts. The 30-plus networking events hosted by the Construction Association of Michigan proved to be a remarkable success, with more than 3,650 registered attendees. These events provided an invaluable opportunity for industry professionals to build strong relationships. We're constantly adding new events to our 2024 calendar and hope to see you there. In November, we continued our successful Construction Industry Roundtable series. In partnership with Calderon Advisory Group, we offered Building America 2.0. Over 70 Michigan construction leaders received insights and strategies needed to navigate the plethora of building opportunities on the horizon. In its 21st year, CAM's Labor Relations Program continued to be the premier provider of labor services in Michigan. This past year, we successfully negotiated a new collective bargaining agreement with our partners at the Carpenters and Laborers Unions. In addition to keeping our union contractors informed, we produced and distributed the annual CAM Southeast Michigan Wage Directory and the ever-popular Workplace Laws job site poster. The CAM Government Affairs Committee remained committed to identifying, shaping, and promoting pro-business and pro-construction policies and legislation on behalf of the CAM membership. Our primary initiatives included workforce and prompt pay legislation. Our private project prompt pay legislation, Senate Bill 451 and House Bill 4837, the Michigan Construction Payment Act, made its way through both branches, but was stalled when the legislators ended session early. We continue to work with our sponsors and supporting groups to address the problems resulting from unreasonably delinquent payment. Our 8th annual legislative breakfast took place in October. 4 state legislators served as panelists, and CAM lobbyist Jason Wadiga of KDA moderated. Once again, several contractors, associations, and unions sponsored the event. Our industry partners, CAM Workers' Compensation Program, CAMComp, and the Construction Federal Credit Union, CFCU, contribute significantly to our members' continued success. CAMComp is a group self-insured program designed to focus on the needs of its members. The program services over 300 CAM members across the state, covering more than 4,000 employees. CamComp fulfills its mission by putting employees' health and safety first and rewarding businesses for working safely by paying them back when claims don't exceed premiums paid. CamComp partners with its members to control risk and mitigate losses. This is accomplished by offering specialized services, including loss control consultants, online claims reporting, free lunch and learn seminars, and a robust select agent network. In 2023, CamComp members received $1.6 million in premium surplus returns. Since inception, members have received over 46% in returns. Through member commitment to safety, CamComp's loss ratios have averaged 14% for the past 5 years, well below Michigan's industry benchmark. Visit CamComp's new website at camcomp.net. Construction Federal Credit Union, CFCU, was chartered in September of 1974 to serve the members of the Construction Association of Michigan, their employees, and families. Led by newly appointed President Jeff Karovic, CFCU continued to achieve the coveted 5-star superior rating, which puts it in an elite category as one of the strongest credit unions in the nation. The credit union offers competitive loan and deposit rates, low fixed rate credit cards, free checking, online banking, mobile banking, and remote deposit capabilities. Our team works hard to make your banking easier with a very personalized approach. CFCU is a member of the NCUA and an equal housing lender. I'm honored to have served as CAM's 2023 board chair. And as you have just seen in our CAM annual report, I am proud of our many accomplishments. I encourage you to make the most of your CAM membership. Connect with industry colleagues at a CAM event, utilize our education and safety programs, download the mobile app, check projects bidding in the plan room, and recommend membership to your associates. Following the strategic plan, CAM will continue to serve its membership to the best of its ability, to advocate, legislate, and educate. It's been a pleasure to serve as CAM's 123rd board chair. I wish all of you continued growth and success. One industry, one resource, one CAM.
My staff who helped put that together too. It's a lot of work each year, but it always makes us look good, and I'm proud of that. It is my honor to introduce our keynote speaker now. Lindsey Rem, Vice President of Business Transformation, began her more than 20-year career with Barton Malow, working on projects in the field before becoming part of the SAP implementation team, where she learned to deploy technology effectively across the enterprise. Her strong passion for leveraging technology to increase project performance led her to establish a cohesive virtual design and construction and technology strategy across the company to increase Barton Malow's competitive advantage. Lindsey obtained her Bachelor of Arts degree in Law, Letters, and Society from the University of Chicago, where she was on the varsity soccer team. We just talked about this a little while ago. In her presentation today, which is entitled Constructing the Future with AI, Lindsey will explore what all the AI hype is about and its relevance to the construction industry today and in the future. With that, I'd like to introduce our guest speaker, Lindsey Rem.
Good group. I'm really excited to be here with you today. I'm going to set this down and I'm going to grab the clicker before I forget to talk about one of my favorite subjects, AI. I'm sure you've been inundated with all of the articles, the news. Everybody wants to talk about it. As soon as people heard that I was talking about this today, it's like, oh, you know, I can draw up the 100 different things that come to mind that we hear on almost a daily basis. Some of it's good, some of it's bad. This particular graphic I love with the angel or the devil as far as AI is concerned. So I'm really curious, how many of you think of AI as, you know, a godsend? Oh, not very many hands, okay. How many of you think of it more as the devil? Oh, geez, okay, more hands. It was a trick question, and I think you passed. The answer is it's somewhere in between, and we don't really know yet, right? So this is one of my favorite things I saw early on after ChatGPT came out, a building actually wrapped in this advertisement. Hey, ChatGPT, finish this building. Which of course is not going to be what happens, but what we're seeing with all of these news articles, with the positive, the negative, a bit of freaking out about this is just, there's a lot of uncertainty. It's a lot of uncertainty with AI. It came on the scene seemingly very, very fast. We don't quite know what to do with it. We don't know whether it's going to be good or bad. And so we see all of this, you know, that's kind of popping up. But what I want to talk about today is, one, just define what AI is. Because I think if we have kind of a fundamental understanding of really what it is, that helps a lot to kind of calm the nerves. Two, I would really like to talk about some examples in construction. I think there are things that we're doing today that utilize AI and things that are in the future. And again, all of those things I think are very positive. So hopefully you'll get some more of the positive feelings of it, at least as it pertains to construction. And then lastly, kind of what it takes to get started. Sometimes it can feel a little bit overwhelming. Somebody says AI, I say, what exactly do I do with that in my business to make a difference? So let's talk about a definition. First of all, this is what we usually think of when we see AI, right? We think of all the movies and everything that we've heard before. I'm not gonna lie, I would be pretty thrilled to have C-3PO following me around and giving me instructions and helping me interpret things. That would be pretty cool, but I'm not gonna talk about sentient or AI today. We're gonna talk about what AI is today, and that is, it's prediction technology. Just very simply. It doesn't seem like it would be that simple, but it really is. It's statistics. And prediction is simply using information that you do have to generate information that you don't have. I know for me, definitions aren't very meaningful without examples. So the great thing is we have a lot of examples of AI in our world and of it being prediction. It's because AI has been around for a very, very long time. So with driving directions, most of you probably got here today by plugging into Waze or Google Maps or something. It's predicting the best route for you to get from point A to point B, and often adjusting in real time to traffic conditions. That's prediction. Your social media newsfeed is fed by AI, and it is simply predicting based on your past behaviors what kinds of information you would like to see. The same is true for adjusting the space temperature in your home. If you have a Nest on your wall, it's adjusting that temperature based on your previous habits in your space and the way that you like it. Sometimes I like the way that it adjusts it, and sometimes not. But that's another story. So then why all the hype in the last year? The last 12 to 15 months, things have gone and the short answer is it's ChatGPT. If I can push a button. ChatGPT. It was released in November of 2022 by OpenAI, and it just was a firestorm. It's a natural language AI tool, and that is trained on the entire internet. And it reached 100 million users in 2 months. There is no technology that has ever done that before. I doubt that we will see another technology that achieves that kind of adoption that quickly. And with something that's adopted that quickly, we see concerns. Students started using it to write their term papers, so teachers freak out. What am I going to do? People start using it to generate emails to clients. What? You can't do that. They upload documents and ask it to summarize the document, but it's a confidential document. What should we use this tool for? You see a lot of that angst, and also it could do things like write code for somebody that wasn't very good at writing code. Maybe they'd never even used Python or something before, and now they could go in, they could give ChatGPT instructions in natural language, and it could write code. So do I need to go to school anymore to do this? You can see how it just brings up all of these feelings. So I cannot push a button. I can talk about AI, but I cannot apparently push a button. Isn't that fun? Okay, so this is an example of just using ChatGPT. If you haven't seen it before, I would plug in a prompt. I actually used it. I ate my own dog food. I used it to generate options for the topic, the tagline for this presentation. So just by putting in some simple words, ChatGPT predicts a response. It doesn't feel like it would be prediction technology. I used that I said that the definition is that it's a prediction technology, but it is. It's actually predicting the next word in the sentence. As each word comes along or token comes along, it predicts the next one. Same thing with images. It is really a problem. It's like I've got a sickness. I need to tape my finger onto this button up here. It's the same thing with images. And it's not always great. Its responses are not great. We've heard of hallucinations. In this case, I asked for a construction worker on a unicorn on the moon. There are 2 moons, and he has no feet. So that could be a problem. But despite its woes, we still see really, really heavy adoption. So now let's switch gears. After we know what AI is, let's switch gears and talk about what it could mean for construction, what it does mean for construction and design. So I'm kind of going to follow the sequence of a job. So we have a design. I could literally spend 2 hours up here just talking about the impacts on design and engineering. There's a tremendous amount of technology that's being developed and opportunity with generative AI and other tools. This I thought was really interesting. This is a solution that's being developed in Japan that you can take a napkin sketch of a building and it will turn it into a design. You just start to think about the possibilities that exist in that space. I'm going to move pretty quick through these examples because I got a really short period of time. Proposals, a necessary evil. In order to do a job, we have to win a job. Filled with text, filled with images, that makes it ripe pickings for AI. And you're typically reusing a lot of content. So you can use it to write drafts of them, to clarify your text, to make it more succinct and readable and consistent. You can use it for all those things. So you imagine a marketer could actually spend time talking to clients and doing market research instead of just putting together proposals. For contracts, another necessary evil. We all have, subcontracts, supplier contracts, owner contracts, all of these things. A tool like Document Crunch has trained across millions of contracts and can recognize the risk profile for that contract, can alert you automatically to clauses in a contract that might be more risky, can propose new terms. Again, just making the process of reviewing contracts much more quick. And then tools like ChatGPT, those large language models inside of these tools will allow a project manager to very quickly converse with their contract. How many days do I have to log a claim? That type of information that we flip through contracts constantly trying to find. For schedules, AI is going to help us predict project delays and to generate alternative options. Again, using kind of that generative AI, feeling we can study past schedules, study past results, and generate multiple options for the construction of a building. Drawings and specs. I started out in this industry as a project engineer, and my job was to go through a spec book and pull out every submittal register item. For those of you that have had to do that, I'm sorry. And then you have to type it into an Excel sheet, and then you had to upload it someplace. Now tools exist that scan that whole spec book, pull out all those items. Now a project engineer reviews that for accuracy. They don't actually have to do all that typing. That is not value-add work. Additionally, there have been studies that have shown that we spend 40% of our day just looking for information. That should make you sick to your stomach. Think about all that lost time. If you could even cut out 50% of that, what a change that would make. And on our project sites, most of what they're looking for is in our specs, our submittals, and our drawings. Trade coordination, this particularly geeks me out because I was in BDC for a little while, and we spend hundreds of hours, weeks and weeks and months drawing these things, and then everybody's stuff runs into each other, and you've got to find all those clashes, and then you got to go fix all the clashes, and you go back and forth and back and forth. Will AI be able to route those systems for us? We'll be able to do 80% of the work and do it clash-free, and then people get involved for the most tricky situations, for those unique situations where there's not enough ceiling space, or we need to use an alternative material that is not familiar to the AI, things like that. So we're not spending people time manually drawing all this stuff. Reality capture is particularly interesting to me. We capture data on our jobs. So if AI's prediction technology takes information that you do have, a thing that we have a lot of is imagery. Laser scans, all these point clouds. We have drones, we have 360 cameras, we have webcams out on our jobs. That's all data. So what can we do with it? From a safety perspective, I would highlight here that this is not about calling out individual people. We have to be really careful with that. But can we find themes on jobs? Can we find a job site that has a lot of ladders, which might raise its risk profile? There are maybe housekeeping issues on the job that would raise, again, its risk profile. It helps you to focus your attention. Where is my attention needed to resolve things? Where is my risk the highest? From a quality perspective, we have all these 3D models. We've done all that work of coordination. We've got our imagery from the site. Could we compare those two things and the AI go through and find all of the quality issues where things are not installed yet, or they're installed incorrectly, or they're different than what they were? How powerful would that be? Instead of a superintendent walking around a site finding all those things, they could actually focus their time on fixing those items. And we could identify them much quicker. From a progress perspective, this is a terrible image, so don't strain your eyes to try to see. It's just, let's just call it a spade. But this is a drone capture image over a solar field of, say, 500,000 solar panels. Imagine trying to track the progress on that site, or even the quality. But if a drone could fly over this site, capture this image, and then the AI can actually process that and tell you what your progress is, how powerful, again, will that be for our teams? From not really robotics, from an equipment standpoint, there's a company that's working on this bucket that has ground penetrating radar actually built into the bucket. But what I think is even cooler than that, so as you scrape the ground, it can see what's underneath, but the AI is actually translating that into information that's useful to the operator of that equipment. That's where the real power is. What is it seeing and translating that, so you don't have to be a professional at reading ground penetrating radar, which, if you've ever seen it, is pretty tricky. I mean, look how happy this guy is. Have you ever seen a drywall finisher look that happy? Not ever. And do you ever bring young people that you're trying to get into the trades and say, this is going to be your job, and they go, yes! Like, that's going to be the thing. It's hard work, and it takes years of work to get really good at this. So can we have equipment like this that's AI fed, that can go around, that can do the actual finishing, most of it? And then we, again, use our people to feed that machine, to control that machine, to watch quality, all of that. And then I would be remiss if I didn't talk about just daily tasks. So this is Microsoft Copilot, just a few examples. Maybe you all saw the commercial in the Super Bowl. Yeah? You didn't, because you were actually at the Super Bowl. So, Trisha, in the Super Bowl, there was a commercial about Microsoft Copilot. I have this. It's magical. If you use Microsoft, you need Microsoft Copilot. It does these things that are showing up here. On the far left is looking across all of your data in your Microsoft stack, so your OneDrive, your SharePoint, your emails, your Teams messages, everything, and compile data for you. It can help you to draft emails. It can help you with Excel to generate pivot tables. If you are a person that doesn't, or is frustrated every time you have to do a SUMIF or a VLOOKUP, no more. You just converse with Excel and it does it for you in natural language. Really powerful. This is one of my favorites. So you get to your email, and there's an email chain that's 20 messages deep. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna spend the next 20 minutes reading through this thing. You click a button, and it does the summary for you. And it even gives you little footnotes you can click on to go through. Just think about the time savings for you individually, for every person in your company that uses these tools constantly. Okay, so hopefully I haven't made you feel like this, but maybe. I could have given you 20 more examples, but I think it's really exciting, but it can make you feel like this because there's just so much that you can take advantage of. So what we need to talk about next is really, how do we get started with this? How do we not try to boil the ocean and completely overwhelm ourselves and our team members? The very first thing I would encourage you to do is, if you have not tried one of these tools, please put your hands on it. Most of these tools are free that are up here on the screen. The only one that's not is Copilot for Microsoft. The rest are all free, and there's many more that are available. Google has their own Gemini tool. You know, there are many of these. If you have not tried interacting with one of these natural language AI tools, you need to, because it's the only way that you're really going to be able to generate ideas, and that you're going to be able to imagine how you can do your work and your company's work differently. Okay, so now the real nitty-gritty. So what you're going to do is you're going to go back and you need to pick targets. That's the first thing to do, because again, as I said, we don't want to boil the ocean here because you get too overwhelmed. So look at your business. Don't look over your shoulder at the next guy. Say, from my business, where could we get the best impact from AI? Is it field productivity for a certain trade? Is it safety? Is it quality? Is it, we have a prefab facility and we believe it's in our prefab facility? Is it your back office stuff? Just processing invoices? Where is that in your company? Once you have a target or two, then you go out and you find your early adopters. There's probably a lot of early adopters in here based on what I saw from the CAM video. An early adopter is just somebody, you know them, because every time that there's a new release of a new Apple product or something, they come in all giddy. Like, did you see? There's a new tool out there. I'm so excited. Can we get this? Can we get it as a company? Can we try this new software? They are willing to kind of put up with the pitfalls of new technology, and they were willing to just try new things without being directed. They will give discretionary effort to you and your business to learn about these tools. And then partner them with your subject matter experts if they're not the subject matter experts, and get some quick wins. These are low cost, high impact things. You know, I showed some of them in the examples, but you want those kinds of things. They'll generate energy in your company. They'll generate energy for you personally of, okay, this is real. This could make a real impact to our business. Folks in your business that might be a little reticent to use these tools, it will get them excited about the possibilities. And the reason you need to be excited is because it's actually a lot of work. To do this well is not just about adopting point solutions. So a point solution is, I go out and I buy Struction Site, which is a 360 photo tool, and I start taking photos, and then I use their technology alone. That's easy, if you go just do that. But if you want to predict risk on your projects, you need cost data, you need schedule data, you need quality data, and you need it over time. And that's not going to happen by just going out and buying a solution. You have to look at your own data. You have to look at your data quality, where you're storing your data. You have to have data privacy policies. You need a lot of data policies. You need data training for people to know what tools they should use and when, what information can be shared, what can't be. There is a lot of work here in order to really supercharge your business with AI. And you will only have the energy to do that if you can see it for yourself. It can't be somebody else that says to you, AI is good for your business. You're like, why would I put this amount of energy into something I don't believe in? So get yourself some quick wins that will help you believe. And I can't conclude this presentation without addressing trust. We work in a risky business, a really risky business. And so we have to ask ourselves, can we trust it? Can we trust AI with our processes, with our projects? And I would argue there's two ways to look at this. One is a trust and verify. Trust and verify is like my son, who I ask every single day, did you do your homework? And every single day, he tells me yes. And then twice a week, I actually check the Schoology app to make sure. And sometimes, thumbs up, we're great. And sometimes we're having a serious conversation and there's consequences in our home. But you know what? The damage that he can do if he did not do his homework is not that much. It's not the end of the world. I don't like that he, lied to me. I don't like those things, but it's not going to result in bodily harm. It's not going to result in some big cost impact. None of those things. And so we say, okay, it's okay to continue with the trust but verify. I would argue that for right now, for most of our construction processes, we want to go with a distrust and verify kind of mentality. And that's more like I drive a Tesla. It has full self-driving. For the last 2 years, I've been watching it get better and better. And some occasions, it can actually drive me all the way from my home in Troy, all the way to my office in Southfield without me having to intervene at all. It's remarkable. And yet, I will never take my eyes off the road. I will never take my hands away from the steering wheel. And I am not taking my foot away from the brake. I distrust it. Even though it's really positive and I love it and I use it all the time, I still distrust it. I would urge you to probably first take that stance with this technology. So we're kind of back to where we started. Remember this? So it's okay to be reticent about this technology, to be a little nervous about it, I guess I would say. But AI has real potential in construction to make it safer, more productive, more appealing, quite honestly, to people entering the trades. I heard it talked about, even here, that we have a shortage of people that entering the trades and in the back office or in our offices. We need people. Let's make it more attractive to people. Kids are going through high school and college using these tools. This will make it more attractive. It's going to make it more cost effective. We'll find ways to reduce our waste and our environmental impact. So no, ChatGPT is definitely not ever going to build this building. I don't think AI is ever going to build a building on its own. But if you're still concerned and you don't no thank you, this is not for me, I would leave you with this quote. It's all over the internet. It's AI won't take your job. It is somebody using AI that will take your job. And another way to look at that is, it's not AI, or AI won't take your business. It is another company using AI that's going to take your business. AI is going to be either a competitive advantage or a disadvantage for your business, and for you personally, quite honestly. But the great thing is we have a choice. So, thank you.
Let's hear it again for Lindsey Rem. That was very thoughtful. It was a great presentation. Thank you, Lindsey. Great job. Okay, at this time, we're going to turn our attention to the 12 winning projects that appeared in CAM Magazine's special issue in 2023. As I read the names of the winning teams, will the project team please stand and be recognized? And then at the conclusion of today's meeting, if all the project teams could go back onto the show floor, turn right, go back into where we had the earlier cocktail reception, and we will do the publicity photos and give everybody their plaques at that point. All right, without further ado, let's get into this. The first project receiving recognition today is the Ruth Ellis Claremont Center in Detroit. The construction manager for the project is O'Brien Construction Company. The architect is LBBA Architects. The engineers are Strategic Energy Solutions, Inc., SDI Structures, and PEA Group. The developer is First Full Circle Communities, and the owner is the Ruth Ellis Center. The Ruth Ellis Claremont Center provides housing, services, and community spaces for LGBTQ+ youth experiencing homelessness. The 4-story building, with its thoughtful design and art therapy, offers a safe haven, behavioral and physical health services, and a town hall for public and private events. Will the project team please stand and be recognized? The second project receiving recognition today is the Bacher Innovation Center and Regional Headquarters in Ann Arbor, Michigan. The construction manager for the project is Kirk O'Mannix. The architect is HED. The engineers are HED, PEA Group, and OHM Advisors, and the developer is Kirko. The Bacher Innovation Center and Regional Headquarters is a two-story, 140,000 square foot facility that fosters employee connectivity through a unique collaborative spine, and the overall design emphasizes natural light and sustainability. The LEED certified headquarters allows Bacher chemists, scientists, and senior leadership to come together in a single dynamic environment. Will the project team please stand and be recognized? The third project receiving recognition today is the Roosevelt Park in Detroit. The contractor for the project is WCA Contractors, Inc. The architect is OHM, and the owner is the City of Detroit General Services. The revitalization of Detroit's Roosevelt Park, funded by $5 million from the American Rescue Act, has transformed a former blighted area into a vibrant 13-acre community space. Part of the Michigan Central Station redevelopment, Roosevelt Park bridges cultural divides and emphasizes community engagement. The park boasts an open lawn, shade trees, a pavilion, and reflects a major step forward in Detroit's revitalization. It really is a cool park. Will the project team please stand and be recognized? The fourth project receiving recognition today is the Walled Lake Early Childhood Center in Walled Lake, Michigan. The construction manager is Out Construction, the architect is TMP Architecture, Inc., and the owner is the Walled Lake Consolidated School District. The $13 million Walled Lake Early Childhood Center is a 38,000 square foot center surrounded by woods and wetlands. The center integrates nature-themed design, child-friendly amenities, and advanced security features. The project, part of a larger bond program, marks the district's commitment to quality early education. Will the project team please stand and be recognized? The fifth project receiving recognition today is the Book Tower in Detroit. Construction manager is Brinker Chrisman, a joint venture. The architects, ODA and Kramer Design Group. The engineers, Giffords Webster and Burrell Happold Engineering, and the owner is Bedrock. The Book Tower, an historic Italian Renaissance style structure in downtown Detroit, has undergone a 7-year, $400 million transformation. The project involved extensive restoration, including replicating the building's original cornice, replacing 2,500 historic windows, and restoring a 3-story atrium with stained glass dome. The reopened Book Tower now houses apartments, offices, restaurants, a hotel, and event space, blending historical charm with modern amenities, contributing to the Renaissance of Detroit. Will the project team please stand and be recognized? The sixth project receiving recognition today is the Ingham County Justice Complex in Mason, Michigan. The construction manager is Granger Construction Company. The architect and mechanical engineer are BKV Group. The structural engineer is IMEG Corp. The owner is Ingham County Building Authority, and the owner's representative is Kramer Management Group. The Ingham County Justice Complex replaced an aging facility with a new state-of-the-art complex housing the Sheriff's Office, Correctional Facility, and the 55th District Court. Local collaboration and a design assist strategy proved vital, leading to an efficient, high-tech facility featuring over 120 prefabricated cells, advanced technology, and a unique shooting range. The success of the new facility has garnered much praise for its innovative design and functionality. Would the project team please stand and be recognized? It's still interesting to me how you have a gun range, where the prisoners are, but it's pretty interesting. I saw the pictures, it's cool. The seventh project receiving recognition today is the Woodward West in Detroit. The construction manager is Saxey Construction. The architect is Hamilton Anderson Associates. The engineers are Strategic Energy Solutions, Silman and OHM Advisors. And the owner is the Platform and Queen Lillian. Woodward West, a 190,000 square foot mixed-use development in Detroit's Midtown neighborhood, transformed a vacant lot into a thriving community with 204 residential units, a fitness studio, a rooftop terrace, and over 24,000 square feet of retail, featuring modern amenities, energy-efficient systems, and locally curated art. This blend of luxury, sustainability, and artistic influence enhances the community's appeal and aligns with Detroit's urban revitalization efforts. Will the project team please stand and be recognized? Our eighth project receiving recognition this afternoon is the Monarch Grove in Clarkson. The construction manager for the project is Kirk O'Mannix. The architect is PH7 Architects, and the engineers are Environmental Engineers, Inc., Epic Electrical, PE Services, and SME. And the owner, developer of the project is Kirko. The premier senior living community of Monarch Grove stands out for its commitment to residential empowerment. The 148-unit facility offers independent, assisted, and memory care living. Architectural design focuses on maximizing natural light and high-end finishes, and amenities include a fitness center, a game room, an Irish-themed pub, that's cool. And the result is a luxurious and inclusive environment on 17 wooded acres. Its overall aesthetic influenced by Northern Michigan resort experience. This is a neat place. I'd like to go there when I, need to. A couple years there. Will the project team please stand and be recognized? Sorry about my commentary. Great job, guys. The ninth project receiving recognition today is the Huntington Tower in Detroit. The construction manager is Colasanti Construction and MIG Construction, which was a joint venture. The architect is Newman Smith Architecture, and the engineers are Burrell, Happold, Gibbs Webster, IMEG, and Peter Basso Associates. And the owner is the Herrick Company, Inc. The 21-story Huntington Tower, Detroit's first high-rise in 30 years, is positioned in District Detroit to serve as the new headquarters for Huntington Bank's commercial services operations. Designed with both modern glass and precast concrete to blend with historical surroundings, the structure features flexible office space, a green rooftop terrace, a custom LED lighting, strongly reflecting the Huntington brand. Celebrated for its modern design and commitment to Detroit's future, Huntington Tower stands as a beacon of progress in the city's evolving skyline. Will the project team please stand and be recognized? Our 10th project receiving recognition today is the Orion Township Municipal Complex. The construction manager for the project is Cunningham Limp. The architect is Auger Klein Aller Architects. And the engineer is OHM Advisors, Strategic Energy Solutions, and Stony Creek Structural Engineering. The owner of the project is Orion Township. Orion Township's new $16 million municipal complex located in a picturesque park-like setting seamlessly integrates into the community's natural landscape. The complex includes a new township hall, an Oakland County Sheriff's Office substation. The sustainable, community-centric design reflects the township's motto, "Where living is a vacation." Will the project team please stand and be recognized? Our 11th project receiving recognition today is the Kettering University Learning Commons in Flint, Michigan. The construction manager for the project is Clark Construction Company. The architect and engineer are Stantec. The civil engineer is Spalding Decker, and the owner is Kettering University. The Kettering University Learning Commons represents a groundbreaking approach to education and collaboration. The 4-story structure is unique among academic spaces, blending social and academic elements without a physical book in sight. That's the kind of school I need to go to. The Commons supports collaborative work with advanced technology, D-spaces for virtual collaboration, and a makerspace, and an emphasis on biophilic design principles. This visionary project signals Kettering's commitment to redefining education and contributing to Flint's revival. Will the project team please stand and be recognized? Okay, our 12th and final project receiving recognition today is the Shelby Township Public Library. The construction manager for the project is Burnt Co. Inc. The architect and engineer are Anderson Eckstein and Westrick, excuse me. The civil engineer is Noah Eckenfraus, and the owner is Charter Township of Shelby. Shelby Township's new 26,000 square foot library is a modern, community-centric space. The library integrates cutting-edge technology, flexible meeting spaces, and a unique design, featuring an innovative slate sage glass window system, a 30-foot interactive tree in the children's area, and a community-donated elements providing a state-of-the-art, functional, and welcoming hub for residents of all ages. Would the project team please stand and be recognized? All right, let's have another round of applause for all 12 of these wonderful projects. So all of these special issue projects were eligible for what we call the Project of the Year, and it's voted on by the CAM Magazine editorial committee, by CAM members. It's on, you can vote on it in October, November, December on the internet, and the CAM staff has some involvement in that vote as well. So at this time, I would like to tell you who the winner, so the winner of CAM's Project of the Year for 2023 is the Book Tower, Detroit Cyber's Book Tower. Will the construction team come and join me on stage? We're going to take a quick photo, just one here. So I need Brinker, Chrisman, ODA, Kramer, the whole team. Come on up, guys. The biggest group we've ever had on this stage. Wow. Good job, guys. Hey, let's hear it for them while they're walking off the stage. And congratulations to all the projects. All the projects recognized. guys today are great examples of what we can do in this industry, and we should all be proud of that. Let's hear it for ourselves and all the project teams. Good job, guys. All right, hey, we're almost out of here, so I'm moving this along pretty quick, and we're going to move right into the business portion of the meeting. And at this time, I would like to recognize the CAM Board of Directors. Would each director please stand as I call your name? Then after they're all standing, let's give them a well-deserved round of applause. Tricia Ruby of Ruby Associates. Matthew Kramer of D. Kramer. Frank Jonah of the Jonah Companies. Todd Boylanen of Clovequip Properties. T.C. Baker of Baker Construction. Patrick Bell of Ideal Contracting. Chrissy Brown of International Building Products. Jerry Caratelli of Architectural Building Components, who is in Florida today. Michael Joseph from Di Maria. Teresa Miller from Plant Moran Real Point, who is not able to attend today. Jason Rewald of Frank Rewald and Sons, and Calvin Squires of Centerline Electric. Directors, we thank you all for your contribution to the Construction Association of Michigan and our industry. I also want to point out some of the guys in the red jackets. So these are guys who are past, guys and ladies, who are past chairmen of our board or board chairs. Will the past chairman's table please stand? I think we have a couple of other red jackets out here too. Please stand and be recognized. Thank you guys for everything you do. And continue to do. The success of CAM is also due in part to two organizations that help us service the membership, and they are CAM Comp, led by Janice Shaver, who is over there. Jan, stand and be recognized. And the Construction Federal Credit Union, directed by Jeff Karovic. Jeff, where are you? Thank you for everything you do. As always, I want to acknowledge my staff, because without the CAM staff, none of this would be possible. Will the CAM staff, this President Tracy's here, I think I saw Diane earlier and some of the others. Will the CAM staff please stand and be recognized? These are the guys who really make it happen. Thank you, guys. It is now my honor and privilege to introduce CAM's 123rd board chair and the second woman in CAM's 139-year history to lead our diverse organization. I have to admit, I was a little nervous last year at this annual meeting when she sat across from me and was sworn in as our chairperson and said, looked right at me and said, you better watch out, you better be careful. Oh my goodness, what am I getting myself into? But in all honesty, Tricia, in all honesty, your leadership, your passion, your drive were inspiring and inspirational to all of us. Tricia is a team builder, a believer in setting strategic direction, and a true promoter of building corporate culture, as evidenced by her company that has been voted as one of the top places to work for several years now. And also, look at the group she has with her. Let's hear it. Let all the Ruby people, let's hear it. That's awesome. It has been rewarding for me to get to know you as a leader and as a friend. I enjoyed getting to know Nate and working with Michelle and all the great people at Ruby this past year. I'm equally proud that you entrusted me to carry forth the nomination for your father, David Ruby, that led to his acceptance into the Michigan Construction Hall of Fame. Tricia, I look forward to your support and friendship for many years to come. On behalf of the Construction Association of Michigan, we thank you for your leadership, your guidance, and your dedication. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce our board chair, Tricia Ruby.
One more speech. Thank you, Kevin. We really did have a great year. Didn't mean to threaten you last year to be a little scary like that. Maybe I did a little bit. I've enjoyed working with you and the entire CAM staff to continue to bring value to this great association. We are so fortunate to have your great team serving our membership. As I close out my term as chair in the next 5 minutes or less, I have many people to thank. First of all, I would just like to thank you, the CAM membership, for giving me this opportunity and electing me to this board several years ago in the first place.
To the current CAM board for supporting me as the 2023 board chair this past year. I'm so proud to be the 123rd chair of the Construction Association of Michigan. And to my vice chairs, Matt Kramer and Frank Jonah. What an absolute joy it has been to serve with you both, this boardship together, and get to spend time with you and your families. I love you both so much, and I'm so thankful to have gone on this journey with you. Like lifelong friends. Love you so much. I'd also like to thank the past board members and fellow red coat wearing board chairs that are here today. You're looking good. I had the privilege to serve on this board under 3 previous chairs, Kevin Fouché, Sam Rigseger, and Josh Barney. Thank you all for showing me the way like a good Mandalorian would. And I'm proud to join the past chair club. I'm gonna go off script just a little bit because Brinker is here today. So this journey started like at the Michigan Science Center many years ago when Brinker cornered me to ask me to be on the CAM Building Connections Committee. And then Brinker like disappeared. But I went on the committee. But it started there. Like you asked me to stay involved with that. It got me involved with CAM. It got me the invite to be on the ballot for this great membership. So Larry, I appreciate my origin story. It starts with you. So it's good to see you today. Congratulations on the Power Candidate. And of course, I'd like to thank the entire Ruby team for, not entire team here today, but the entire Ruby team. Several of you are here today. I am the luckiest person in the world to get to work with all of you. Such an incredible team. Thank you for your dedication to help our clients build it better. And thank you for supporting me when I get called to do things like this. And thank you to my partner, Nate. You patiently fell asleep on the couch countless nights this year as I was on my laptop until midnight or later. Your love, support, and occasional snoring kept me going. Really not occasional, but it's another story. As I reflect on the past year, I am so proud of what this board has accomplished. My primary goal was to create a new strategic plan for CAM to help guide the association and the board for the next 3 years. And we accomplished that with the many hours of help from a highly engaged strategic planning committee and ChatGPT. Yes, we did. Did we not? We did. We updated the mission of CAM and created 7 strategic goals, many of which are underway already. I want to thank the committee that helped pull that all together, so that past chairs Sam Rigseger and Josh Barney, current board members Teresa Miller, Jason Ringwald, and Todd Moylanen, and of course the CAM leadership, Tracy McLennan and Kevin Colder, of course, as well as the CAM staff that provided feedback and buy-in. And finally, thank you to our very capable facilitator, Dennis King. It was a great process, made better by all of your ideas, energy, and commitment to the process. And just a few words about this great association. CAM is one of the few organizations that is a membership of the entire construction industry. There are associations that represent general contractors, specialty contractors, architects, engineers, but CAM brings us all together like they have today. The membership resembles the project teams that we are on, and we all know that in this business the work is complex and relationships matter. And because of the diversity of the firms that are members, Kevin and the CAM staff are expert at understanding our needs. I want to give a final thank you to the CAM staff for putting this annual meeting together. It's a lot of work. And for your support and dedication to our membership and me throughout the year. I really can't say enough on how essential I believe CAM is to our industry, and you have my eternal gratitude. It is now my duty and privilege to announce the new officers of the Construction Association of Michigan's Board of Directors. Will these officers please stand? 2 are not here, so they will not be standing. But first, Vice Chair Jerry Caratelli from Architectural Building Components, Vice Chair Teresa Miller, Plant Moran, Real Point, and CAM's new treasurer, Calvin Squires, Centerline Electric. Thank you, and congratulations. We'll just move on. Now it is my honor to introduce you to your new 2024 Chair of the Board, Todd Moylanen of Clovquip Properties. Todd was a 3rd-generation owner-operator of Cloverdale Equipment Company for 33 years. His family has been in the construction industry for 5 generations. So to say that Todd understands the construction industry is an understatement, right? Yeah. So I'd say we were all in good hands. Ladies and gentlemen, I bid you farewell as I pass this red jacket baton. Please join me in welcoming your next board chair, Todd Wellington, to the stage.
Kevin, do I get to set the kid cool table next year? No, not next year. Year after. Thank you, Tricia, for your kind words. On behalf of the CAM Board of Directors, CAM membership, and me personally, I'd like to thank you for your leadership, dedication, and activism during the last year as our CAM Board Chair. Much was accomplished during your tenure as chair, and of particular importance, your oversight of CAM's updated strategic plan. You are truly a dynamic leader, have set the bar high, and have certainly left your mark. CAM as an organization and the industry at large are better because of your efforts. I'd also like to thank and recognize board classmates, Vice Chair Jerry Caratelli, Architectural Building Components, Teresa Miller, Plant Moran, Real Point. Thank you for entrusting me with the responsibilities as chairman. I want to thank all the other individuals that currently serve on the board and all former members that served with me in recent years. I also want to thank Kevin Kohler, CAM President, Tracy McLennan, CAM VP of Operations, and the entire CAM staff for all their hard work and dedication to the construction industry. I'm both honored and humbled to serve as board chair of CAM's 139th year. The construction industry of Michigan has been incredibly good to me and my family. Our family has a long storied history in Michigan's construction industry. It all started when my great-grandfather, Ben Maybach Sr., joined the C.O. Barton Company, known today as Barton Malow, in 1925 as a carpenter, becoming one of the original company employees. In subsequent years, my grandfather, father, many uncles, aunts, cousins, my brother, sons, and nephew have also joined the industry and have served in various levels of responsibility as business owners. Numerous family members continue to work to the present day. 5 generations, 99 years, and counting. Very proud of what our family has accomplished. Needless to say, serving on CAM's board and now as chairman is a unique opportunity for me to give back to an industry that has done so much for us. I would not be where I am today without the path that was forged before me by my family for nearly a century, and so many talented and hardworking team members at my former company, Cloverdale Equipment, during its 59-year journey. Far too many names to mention individually, but nonetheless, I'm grateful to all of you. I encourage each of you to discover all that CAM has to offer. Virtual plan room, buyer's guide, CAM magazine, labor relations, various networking events, CAM safety, CAM tech, exhibitor marketing opportunities, discount programs, workers' comp insurance, and our credit union. Make connections, stay informed, train and educate your employees, build your business, and be a part of our amplified voice on industry issues. We as a board and our entire staff here at CAM are here to serve you. The oldest industry association of its kind, serving its members since 1885. As your 2024 board chair, specific priorities for the coming year are as follows. Remain committed to the implementation of our newly updated strategic plan, with a specific emphasis on workforce development initiatives and recognizing, celebrating, and awarding member achievements. Continue to actively support Michigan House Bill 6174, commonly known as the Michigan Private Prompt Payment Act, and encourage our elected reps in Lansing to sign it into law. It would enforce prompt payment for labor, materials, and services provided for the improvement of real property in the private sector and provide for certain remedies and penalties. Similar legislation regulates payment timing on public works projects currently. We'd also like to reestablish our biannual survey, which was last published in 2018. Finally, increase membership in CAM. There is certainly power in numbers. Finally, I challenge each of you and CAM itself to continue to embrace and navigate change. As we heard earlier from Lindsey, artificial intelligence and data analytics are transforming the world and our industry as we know it. How can we harness AI to increase efficiency and produce tangible values at all levels of construction and the related support segments of our industry? In closing, I believe in CAM and the value of membership in our association. As your board chair, I look forward to the coming year and will give you everything I have to promote and grow CAM for the betterment of our valued members. One industry, one resource, one CAM. Thank you. My first act as your board chair will be to recognize the 3 directors who today retire from the CAM Board of Directors. They have worked hard for this venerable organization during the past 4 years, and they deserve our deep thanks for the time and energy they devoted to CAM. We would like to present each of them with a token of our appreciation for their service to the Construction Association of Michigan. Will Vice Chairman Matthew Kramer of D. Kramer, Inc. please come forward? Vice Chairman Frank Jonah of Jonah Companies, please come forward. Finally, please join me in congratulating outgoing board chair Tricia Ruby on a fine job as our board chair for the last year. Tricia, please come forward. Thank you for everything you've done. Kevin skipped a step. Each year, 3 directors retire from CAM's board and CAM members elect 3 new directors. Please join me in welcoming our newly elected members to the board of directors. Will each of the new directors please stand as you are named? The newly elected directors to CAM's board are Elmer Dixon of Dixon, Inc., Randall Pagel of Bumler Mechanical, and Nicole Zahn Schramm from Blaze Contracting. Thank you and welcome aboard. I would like to remind the special issue awards recipients to head back to our show floor immediately following the meeting to collect your plaques and have your photos taken. For the rest of you, please be sure to head out and visit the trade show booths. There are some great networking and business opportunities out there on the show floor. This brings to a close the 138th annual meeting of the Construction Association of Michigan. Being no further business to conduct today, I declare this meeting adjourned. Thank you.